So making these IKEA shelves, because the August ones were so terrible, as soon as you put some clothes on them, they bowed and started to break, and I have to throw them in the bin. That's £100. That's two shelves, 6 foot. Even I didn't even fill up the rails either. I have a lot of clothes. I don't usually get rid of clothes after certainly one season. I don't follow particular trends. That is the first rule of fashion sustainability. You do not follow particular trends. I'll tell you why. You can ask anybody in fashion sustainability that when they try and have high fashion items or trend items, two things happen: that subcontractors will subcontract to get things into a particular deadline, and then people obviously get rid of stuff for the next season. That is the first rule of fashion sustainability. If anyone in fashion sustainability has told you otherwise, they are basically rug pulling you, I think is the expression. They've clearly made a pact not to tell you stuff which is basic, which you can find out. You can just read it. You can just read it online. It's there. The information is there. I have a lot of clothes. Actually, on the way back, this is a great thing about London. You can do lots of things. I walked past the palace, and it was like 7 o'clock at night. She had a little nap before I went out because I'd had such a busy day and I wake up very early. And I walked past the palace. There were lots of tourists around at night. Obviously, it's a very high security area. Walked to Covent Garden. Watched the football. I had a little chat with David Beckham. There were, people were singing and stuff. It was a very busy pub. It wasn't intimate at all, of course. Everyone was like, loads of people were there. If you were right at the front, you would have seen me right by the screen. Obviously, I was right in the middle of all the singing. People singing in my ears like old times. And then I walked back, actually through St. James's Park. I wouldn't recommend it, but I know London very well. It is highly secure area, but you don't want to bother the police. So people taking photos, of course, over the bridge, the reflection onto the little lake there. And yeah. And then on the way back, I went to the ICA, just popped into the shop. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I haven't been to an exhibition there for a long time. Should be cool.